Representative Tom Morrison. I'm down here in my Springfield office, and it was an interesting day today, interesting week so far. We had quite a few constituents come down and visit and talk about bills they want to advance. The ABATE group came down. It's a motorcycle enthusiast group to talk about some of their bills, and motorcycle safety fund that currently is not paying out, and just some other topics they had. We also had an interesting meeting with Senator Matt Murphy. The Small Business Advisory Council came down, and some businesses from our area, to talk about the budget impasse and how it affects small businesses. And one of the issues that they wanted to talk about were the high workers' compensation insurance costs that we pay as employers, and not just businesses, but also local units of government and state government. And Illinois has very high rates, certainly the highest in the Midwest and among the highest in the country. And it's largely because if a worker is injured at the work site, they don't really have to prove that the job actually was the cause of that. And so we need to revamp that law so that we can bring down those costs and just make it fairer for all involved. So that was a fruitful topic. Later on the floor, we had an interesting discussion and debate on a bill dealing with MAP funding. MAP stands for the Monetary Assistance Program. You may have been watching the news. Maybe you have a college student who's directly affected by this, but that fund is supposed to help subsidize the college costs for those who are in lower income brackets. And it's been held up right now because we don't have a budget. A bill passed some time ago. The governor vetoed it because he said, we have about $6 billion in unpaid bills right now. If we were to appropriate the money, there's no money to appropriate. And so the Democrats tried to override the veto. They got about 68 votes. They needed 71. And we had some students come down from Harper College and other colleges to advocate for the passage of that bill. And we tried to have a dialogue. Obviously, it's a very controversial issue, and students are under a lot of pressure and stress. But we tried to advocate and remind them that math matters, as one of my colleagues said on the floor. Math matters. If you don't have the money to pay for it, it's irresponsible to give people a false hope that the money's going to be there when it's not. And we need to have a greater discussion about the rising cost of a college education. What are some of the reasons why those costs are driving up so high? Representative Tryon brought up on the floor, and I haven't verified these numbers, but he said a U of I education in the 1990s, four-year degree, would have cost around $35,000, and today it's around $150,000. Why is that? So we have to address the cost drivers, and rather than just keep doing things the way we've been doing them. And so anyway, good discussion. The bill failed. The override failed. Interesting times down here in Springfield. As always, if you have a comment or question, reach out to me at my number 847-202-6584. Thanks for watching and have a great day.